Now, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you know your ass is too damn grown to still be buying one ply toilet paper. There are just some things that great value can't cover, and wiping your ass properly is one of them.
Yeah, the outline with Kevin Dwayne, Kevin Dwayne. Yeah, the outline. With Kevin Dwayne. The outline. With Kevin Dwayne. This is the outline with Kevin Dwayne. Kevin Dwayne with Kevin Dwayne.
Yo, what's going on, you guys? This is the Outline Podcast, and I'm your host, Kevin Dwayne, with your weekly discussion of all things entertainment, LGBT culture, and a piece of encouragement for everyone. Did you miss me last week? Because there was no show, because it was a holiday week, and I didn't want to record a show, and also I was like, everyone is in and out of town, going to see their family for Thanksgiving, but I hope you all had an amazing holiday. I went to a Friendsgiving this year, and it was very, very nice. One thing I can say is I have not had a lonely holiday I can't say I even had a lonely holiday. Like, my friends keep me covered, y'all. Like, as you all know, my core family passed away in 2012, and I can't say I've had a lonely moment since that happened. I miss them dearly, and I have tons of memories of growing up with family back in California. But since being in the South, nothing has really changed, and it's been nice to know that people cover me and care about me eating and fellowshipping with them. So thank you to all of those people who keep me covered. I really, really appreciate you. But as I said before, I hope you enjoyed your holiday, Thanksgiving, that is. We still have Kwanzaa and Christmas and New Year's, and I'm just looking forward to the time off, because this year has been so busy. So much is going on. One thing that I'm noting, I've talked about this before, is I am officially training for the Publix Marathon in March. It's March 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day of 2019, and training is 18 weeks. I am in week 3, and it's very interesting. I mean, obviously, it's a lot of running, lots and lots of running every day. Well, let me tell the truth. It's 4 days a week. So my schedule is I run Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I run a long run on Saturdays, and I cross train on Sunday. And my form of cross training is going to be yoga, because yoga is great for stretching out the tight ass muscles from all the goddamn running. So Sensei Raven has decided to change his plan up a little bit and not go so hard on me on the yoga front, but help me so that I'm able to be mobile during my runs. And it's been very, very helpful. This last weekend, I ran 7 miles on Saturday. So what happens is, during the week, you run shorter runs. So it'll be like 2 miles, 3 miles, 4 miles, maybe 5 miles. And then on the weekend, you do longer runs. But as time goes on, your mileage is going to go higher and higher and higher to get you up to par. So when I get to like week 17 and 18, my mileage is going to be somewhere like 30, 40 for the week. That's how much running you're doing to get your body up to par and to have stamina. And it's interesting. I've had to order so much stuff. So Black Friday came in handy because it's fucking winter. Atlanta skipped fall completely. Like, skipped it. It's 30 degrees outside, and I'm committed to training for this marathon. I don't want any excuses. So I ordered a bunch of compression pants. I ordered running gloves. I ordered a running skull cap that's sweat proof because I have hair, so there's extra sweat so I can keep warm. I'm thinking about getting a mask to cover my face. I don't want to do too much because, I'm a nigga running around the South and I don't want to bring too much attention to myself, but it's cold as fuck outside. But I have to make sure that I am warm enough to complete my runs because I really want to do this right and I want to be ready to run that 26.4 miles in March. I also got some new shoes and they are lovely. They just came just before I started recording this and I tried them on and they just feel so good. Like they wrap around my feet so nicely. It's a perfect fit. Like, I'm so excited. So that's what I've been working on there. And then after the Ultimate Sugar Show, which I thought was my last project of the year, but it wasn't, my 9 to 5. Now, this is dope. My 9 to 5 knows that I do creative stuff like photography and videography. Well, a previous manager of mine was like, hey, I have this opportunity to do this video for the end of the year and we have no direction on it. Would you be interested in helping us produce the video? So I said yes. So I have put together this video, which they're giving me full credit for. And today we actually had a meeting and I presented them with the rough draft. They love the rough draft. Like the notes that they had were very minimal and had nothing to do with the visual aspect. They just wanted to add some things that they thought would be helpful to it. So I was really pleased with that because I work for a Fortune 100 company. So the fact that my presentation to them was acceptable and they enjoyed it meant so much to me. It definitely helps with easing my own imposter syndrome. Like I'm getting to a place where I'm like, Kevin, you got this. Like you have a certain vibe, you have a professionalism, you have an eye, and you put out great work. So it felt really, really good to have that happen today. Today was a great day in general. After work, I didn't want to be in traffic and my meeting was late in the day. So I was like, I'm going to treat myself to a movie. I've been wanting to see Bohemian Rhapsody forever and I went and saw it today. One of my favorite movies of the year. One of my favorite movies of the year. All I'm going to say is Rami Malek. I hope I'm saying his name right. I think it's Rami Malek. I apologize. He deserves all the awards. Give him all the awards. I mean, next to all the Black Panther awards. They need their shit too come up this February award season. But he played Freddie Mercury so well. Like, it was just to the point that I really thought it was Freddie Mercury. Like, the costumes, the look, the mustache, the size of his body, just the mannerisms, it was so good. I actually cried. I won't give away too much of the movie, even though it's a biopic, so you know what happens, but it was just filmed so beautifully. And the closing scene, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Absolutely phenomenal. So I need a thesaurus here so I can use other words. It was so good. Like I cried in the theater. It was just that powerful. So if you haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody, go see it. It's so good. Other movies that I've seen because I've been playing catch up. That's how busy I've been. Okay, all my aging millennials and all my people in their 30s and 40s who listen to the show. Remember once upon a time when you were either just in high school or college or in your 20s, you had time to see shit when it came out. You could be in front of the TV when award shows come on, when things come to town, you could go. I've been so busy that I can't even see movies when they premiere, even movies that I really, really want to see. One thing about me, when it comes to music or biopics, I'm there night of, but my life has been all over the place in a good way that I haven't been able to just get to the movies. And so it was so nice to finally see this. Another movie I wanted to see that I finally saw was Crazy Rich Asians. Another great film. I watched it twice. So I rented it on iTunes. Is it still called iTunes? Because they change the fucking name all the time. I rented it on iTunes, and it was a 48-hour rental. So I watched part of it the first night I got it. Then I got into a little trouble, okay? And so I had to put it on pause. Then I completed it the very next day, and I enjoyed it, but I was multitasking. I was kind of on my phone and stuff like that, but I still enjoyed the movie. Now, before the rental ran out on Sunday, I decided to watch it again just so I can get all the details that I missed. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was a great film, phenomenal acting. Shout out to Constance Wu, Henry Golding's fine ass. Listen, that is a fine man. He is so fine. Oh, he's so cute. Ugh. And then Michelle Yeoh, she gives me Asian Lynn Whitfield. Like, her acting was so powerful. Like, she had a presence. She gave you like Felicia Rashad. She was so like she played that part. And then Aquafina. So Aquafina's character was Paik Lingo. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not, so fuck that. But there were a lot of think pieces that I saw when the movie came out saying that she was appropriating Black culture. I call bullshit on that. And the reason being is her character, I don't feel was appropriating. Her character was just a party girl. Like, she was the comedic release. She was funny. She was edgy. It wasn't like purposely hood or whatever. But I also have an issue with people always calling out cultural appropriation when every culture appropriates other people's cultures. Let's not forget about Cisco, Unleash the Dragon. He took on a whole nother culture for that whole era. Even after that, he was dragons for a while. So it's one of those things, like, we can't be hypocrites with culture. Like, everybody borrows shit and we just got to be okay with it. But with her character, I wasn't offended in the least. I didn't feel like she was mimicking Black girls or anything. She was just a party girl and she was comedic relief. So I don't know. It was a great movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's good. You can now rent it. I'm sure it'll be on Netflix or something in the next month or so, because it doesn't take long for these films to get on streaming sites anymore at all. Every film that I've actually purchased this year has ended up on some streaming site for free. And not for free, but something I already have. For example, I bought Black Panther, movie I love this year. It's on Netflix. I bought Girls Trip, that came out last year, but it's on HBO now. HBO Go. I bought Love, Simon, now on HBO. So every film I buy ends up on a streaming service. And those are also my favorite films of the year. Those ones I listed. If I purchase you, that means I really, really enjoyed it. And I feel like I'm going to also purchase Bohemian Rhapsody because it was so good. Oh my God, it was so good. Something else I binge watched is Star. So Star, I was not feeling. Number one, I am not a huge fan of Lee Daniels. I get so tired of people who just abuse like their platforms. It drives me crazy. So I wasn't a fan initially. The lead character kind of annoyed me. Jude Demoris, I wasn't feeling it. There was something about the way it was shot. It felt like too much drama. I didn't care. But one of my best friends, Garrett Kennedy, who's been on the show, he did a story on them in the paper, and he was like, yo, I'm doing a story on Star. The music's really, really good. Check it out. And I told him, I'm like, I'm not really feeling it. I don't know. He's like, no, give it another try. He was like, the first season is tough, but once you get to the second season, that music gets really, really good, and it will definitely start to grab you content wise. But please understand that they don't expect you to have any logic when watching it. So throw all logic out and you'll be fine. And man, was he right, because some of these storylines are wild as fuck, but I love the show now. He was right. I ended up liking it towards the end of season 1. I started connecting with the characters more. Season 2 was a total glow up. And season 3 was even better. The music's really good. The music is really, 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 really good. And I ended up making a playlist on Apple Music that you can go listen to if you follow me on Apple Music. It's called Take 3, Easy Enough. That's the name of the group in Star. And it's my favorite songs from the show. But I really enjoyed it. Really, really enjoy Star. And as far as other things in television, Soul Train Awards. Soul Train Awards came on Sunday and it was hosted by Tashina Arnold and Tisha Campbell, formerly known as Pam and Gina from Martin. They did a phenomenal job. They did a great job hosting the show. They were funny. The skits were great. Really, really enjoyed them as hosts. It was very nostalgic. The awards itself was good for the simple fact that it was 90s related, but it also was kind of weird. Well, first of all, a lot of the people who won or who were nominated weren't there. And it was very, very interesting. And some of the, well, not some of them, there was one award that confused me, and that was the Centric Certified Award. I was like, what does certified mean? Like, I looked online to try to figure out if there was an explanation, but it just tells me previous winners. But I'm like, what does this mean? Is this viewer's choice? Is it voted on? What does certified mean? But Lettucey won this year, and I'm happy for her. I love Lettucey, so anytime she gets an award, I'm super hyped for it. But what does it mean, certified? But shout out to her being married. She was like, oh, I got a husband. Yes, get a husband, girl. But other winners were Drake. He won for In My Feelings. He was not there. Sierra won for Level Up. Dance Performance was not there. LMI won for Boot Up. She was not there. Cardi B, Bruno Mars won Video for Finesse. Not there. Daniel Caesar and Her won for their collaboration Best Part. They weren't there. Daniel Caesar won again as Best New Artist. Wasn't there. Her won for Album Mixtape. You get the trend? Yeah. Wasn't there. Erykah Badu, who was a previous host of former renditions of the new Soul Train Music Awards, won Legend, and she was there, of course. Now, side note, I've seen some of you chicken-headed motherfuckers trying to say that Erykah Badu doesn't deserve a Legend Award. Have a seat. Have a fucking seat, yo. I'm so sick of y'all trying to decide who is deserving and who's not deserving of awards, especially if they actually laid foundation. Like, you do realize that Erykah Badu is at the forefront of neo soul. The forefront. She's been in the industry like 25 years. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Another big award of the night was Lady of Soul, and that was won by Faith Evans, who was also deserving. Y'all try to talk shit about her, but let me let you know something. Mary J. Blige's My Life album, that's mostly Faith Evans. And she got a shitty deal in it, but she vocal arranged and wrote a lot of shit on that album. So, like, come on now. Give people their flowers while they're here. Stop trying to make them be 80 years old to receive awards. They both deserve it. And they were actually there at the show, unlike the other people who won. Lecrae won for gospel. That wasn't on screen, so I don't know if he was there. But none of the other people were there. None of the other people were there. Performances were cool. Faith Evans was amazing. Erykah Badu was amazing. Shout out to Alcohol Harmony, aka Duran Bernard. I see you doing backgrounds, sounding wonderful. I love anything that you do. So shout out to you. And Donald Jones was there performing. He sounded well. John B was there. BBD performed. Okay, no shade. New Edition. Legend, okay? Bobby Brown, legend. BBD, legend. But I don't need y'all to perform at every fucking Black award show. I feel like every time BET does something, they throw some motherfucking iteration of New Edition on the goddamn stage. And I don't know how much more I can hear Poison. I just don't know if I need that in my life. I don't want it. I don't want it nor need it. But, you know, do your thing. Other than that, the show was okay. It was okay. The performances were solid. I enjoyed the host, but there was something about it that left something to be desired. There was still, I wasn't really, there were no like huge surprises. There was nothing really pulling. It was just like, okay, this was cute. And cute it was. It was enjoyable, but it was really not much to really go up for. But hell, it was enough for me to talk about on the show. So let me move on. Soul Train, the show is coming out. I don't know if that's the name of it. I forgot the name, but they are making a 10 episode miniseries surrounding Don Cornelius and the creation of Soul Train. That looks really, really entertaining. And I also see that Kelly Rowland's going to be in it playing Gladys Knight. And it looks like they're going to uncover basically the inception of Soul Train, the struggles of it, and also, more importantly, they're going to discuss Don Cornelius's mental health and like his dealing with depression, and he eventually committed suicide. So it looks like they're going to explore that more, and I'm glad because these conversations need to be had. So I look forward to seeing that when it comes out. And then also, side note, when I was watching Bohemian Rhapsody, there was a preview for Rocket Man, which is an Elton John biopic. Y'all didn't tell me he had a biopic coming out. I'm about to go up for that. I love anything music. I don't even care if I'm not even a fan of it. I'm still going to watch it. I'm enamored by celebrity stories, and especially musical stories. I love to hear like the behind the scenes, like that gets me going. So Rocket Man comes out May 31st of next year. I am so hyped to see that next year. So hype. So that's what's been going on with all my television and all my movies in the last couple of weeks. I've been binge watching hella stuff, and I'm sure there's more to come from that, but that's what I'm going to talk about right now. So I went out to dinner last night. Happy birthday to Divisi, who was on an episode a couple months back. She is the owner of French Toast Connection ATL. And, we talked about the French toast. We talked about all type of stuff, but we all went out to dinner. It was she and I and a couple of her friends who were amazing. I love them. Hopefully they'll be my friends now. I really, really enjoyed our conversation. And we were talking about just the concept of, dating and how hard dating has become, and how there's a lot of trash ass behaviors out there that people aren't accountable for. But then we started talking about how like she and I are real big about calling niggas out and being like, man, you're trash. Like these niggas are trash. But then we kind of got on the topic of, it's probably not the most healthy thing to always call people trash. And follow me a little bit because I'm going to flesh this out a little bit more. So let's get this going. So I believe in manifestation. If you listen to the show long enough, I believe in manifestation. I do believe that thoughts become things. This year has been so much proof of that. I have manifested so many things by my thoughts, by putting good vibes out there and pretty much opening the frequency for these things to flow back to me, But an area that I haven't been manifesting, well, I have, but not positively, is my dating life. You guys hear the show. I always have my foot on niggas' necks. I'm always talking about the audacity of these niggas. I'm always talking about like, damn, can I just get one nigga to act right? These niggas ain't shit. Why these niggas doing that? But you know what? You see what I'm doing there? I'm only opening the frequency for more of them to come into my life. Because all I'm doing is putting energy into the things that I don't want, hence bringing them to me more. So this is me saying that it's time to pull back. It's time, though I love calling motherfuckers out on fucked up behaviors because I know you guys love it, because I know you relate. But in order for me to really pull in some positive attention, some positive men out there, because here's the thing, I don't believe that all men are trash. I don't believe that, I I want to say a great majority are, but I'm fighting myself right now. I don't want to believe that either. I do believe there are some good guys out there. And I also believe that these good guys are attractive too. Because a lot of times we have this idea like, oh, the only guys who are nice are unattractive or they got something going on, and then only attractive guys, they're assholes. But I don't believe that to be true, because I know people who are in relationships who are doing just fine and they're attractive and they're doing well, but it's all about mentality. So it's not a resolution, ain't nothing like that, but I am just going to, from this point forward, be a little bit more positive about what I want in a partner and what I want in a man. And instead of focusing on the negative things that happen to me by some of these, I'm fighting myself, ain't shit men, I need to focus on the things that I do want. Because by me calling these things out week after week, and by me constantly talking about the shit that drives me crazy, I'm only drawing it to me. So now I need to focus on the things that I do enjoy that guys do, and the things that make me happy, and the things that I do enjoy, and start focusing on that, because I feel like that is going to open up that frequency to draw the guys that I want to me. Because you do get what you put out. And if I am always bitching and moaning about some trash ass shit, I'm only going to get trash back. So, excuse me. So instead of focusing on the trash, I'm going to focus on the recyclables, okay? The people who probably got trash behaviors, but it's only because they're human. And they'll probably learn from their mistakes, because all it takes is self-awareness. We all have done some trash ass shit. We all have. No one's invincible of that. But it's about the growth. It's about recycling yourself into a better being in another form, another being. So I'm not going to focus on the trash. I'm going to focus on the recyclables. I'm going to focus on that blue container with the white arrows on it going in a circle. You know, recycle, reuse, reduce, and don't close the loop and don't pollute. One of them, I never knew what the last lyric was. I would just say it all in one. But I'm going to focus on the recyclables because I need to draw a better energy to me. So I'm going to pull my foot off of the things that I don't like. I've done enough calling out of it. These people know they trash. They know they are. They know what they're doing. I don't need to put so much energy on that and stop talking about all the things. Like, I really believe that we bring that to us when we say things like, damn, why all the trash ass niggas come to me? Damn, why can't none of these niggas act right? Why, when I say those things, I'm only drawing them to me. So I'm going to redirect that. I'm going to say different things. Like, oh, I enjoyed that this guy called me. I enjoyed that he has a good response time. I enjoy that he asked me how I was feeling about some stuff. I enjoy that he asked me how my day was. It's dope that he likes to spend quality time. It's dope that he's so self-aware. That's what I'm going to start doing. And I encourage you all to do the same things. Focus on that positive shit, because that's how you draw more positive stuff to you. And I know this to be true because I've been able to do it in my career. I've been able to do it with my photography. I've been able to do it with this podcast. So there's no reason why I can't do it in my dating life. But I was redirecting that. That energy was just going in the wrong places. So now it's to focus on, the good shit that I do enjoy and some men. So that's where I'm at with it. So, they're not all trash. Some of them are recyclables. And I want you all to focus on the recyclables. But that's all I got this week. But thank you guys for your support. Like, you have no idea what it means to me. I listen to all you all's podcasts, and I love when you guys shout me out and quote me. Special shout out to Trilificent of Gay Side Stories. Shout out to Frankie Rivera from What About Your Friends podcast, John Effect of the John Effect podcast, Raven and BHW of the Healing Space podcast. Shout out to the Him podcast. Love you guys. And here for it. There's so many podcasts out there and the love is there and you guys support me week after week. And it feels amazing. It really, really does. And it's nice to be respected by people that I also respect. So thank you so much for always shouting me out and supporting the show and sharing it. Thank my listeners. Thank you guys for leaving your comments, rating me 5 stars on all the social networks, sharing on Facebook, sharing on Twitter. Also, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or you want to book me, I am available for booking. I've never said that, but I am available for booking. If you need me to come speak at something, you want to come to your book club, you want me to be on your podcast, like email it. Email the outline podcast at gmail.com. You know where to find me. Y'all been sliding my DMs for other shit. You can find me to book me, but send it to the outline podcast at gmail.com. And make sure you follow me on all the socials, The World of Kevin, and the Outline Podcast. And all of this stuff can be found in the show notes. You don't have to write any of it down. Just scroll on your little screen and click it. And you'll be connected to all the things that are connected to me. And that's it. I hope you guys have an amazing week. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace out.